So I went ahead and put some butter in the fluffy pancake, and we're gonna go ahead and dip it in the scissor. Oh yeah. Look at that, homie.
Cheetos and Takis. Cheetos and Takis instead of sloppy toppy. Cheetos and Takis. Cheetos and Takis instead of sloppy toppy. Cheetos and Takis. Cheetos and Takis.
Hey, what's up, my cochinos and cochinas? Where the hell did that come from? Anyways, I'd like to welcome you back to another fucking mukbang. That was weird. It was like a cloud or something. Anyways, yeah, today we're going to get intimately involved with some McDonald's, all right? I got a McDonald's big breakfast on deck, and I'm going to make it look like a small breakfast because I'm a big guy, and that's just how I get down, all right? I also got an iced coffee. This is a large iced hazelnut coffee. It's going to be delicious. You're going to definitely enjoy it vicariously through me. No, I didn't say bi-curiously. I said vicariously, all right? If you heard bi-curiously, then maybe you need to pursue your dreams. All right, let's go. Oh, yeah. That is delicious. Ain't nothing like slurping down 80 tablespoons of sugar to get the day started. Let me go ahead and show you what they included in here. Looks like they gave me some utensils. I'm gonna file these down and stab the ops. So let's go ahead and see. We got some strawberry preserves. That looks pretty bomb. And we got some grape jam. I'm gonna use both, so it's gonna be strawberry grape, all right? Go ahead and open the utensils up. Also got some salt and pepper. What the fuck? No lie. I hope McDonald's is watching this. You guys gave me a salt and pepper, but the salt's already open and there's no salt in there. Isn't this supposed to be untampered with? The fuck is this? Anyways, I don't need any extra salt because McDonald's sodium is through the roof. But either way, like, man, what the fuck? They gave me some whipped butter. I believe they use real butter, which is pretty cool. And then they gave me some hot cake syrup. So I'm still waiting for my hot plate. I mean, my it's like a car tray or whatever that you have in your car that you can put your food on so that you guys can just see the food the whole time, because I can't currently do that. I have to, you know, hold it up like this and look like Lurch from fucking Addams Family, you know what I mean? Looking like Jeffrey and shit from Will Smith, Fresh Prince. I call it Will Smith. If you called it Will Smith, let me know in the comments below. I never called it Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I just called it Will Smith. That's how much of an impact he had on that show. Of course, I loved all the other characters, but I'm just letting you know that's what I called it. All right. So let's go ahead and let me show you what they got first. All right. So we got some fluffy scrambled eggs. We got 3 hot cakes right there. We got a hash brown back here. We got a little English muffin and a piece of sausage right there. So normally what I would do is I would get the sausage, some of the egg, the hash brown, and just make a sandwich out of it. That's probably what I'm gonna do. It's almost like a breakfast sandwich, but with pancakes on the side. I don't know. So I'm just assembling this. I'll try to assemble it where you guys can see. So I put the sausage on top of the English muffin there. I don't need utensils for everything. I'm gonna put some of this egg on there. There we go. Let me go ahead and get half of this hash brown on there too, because I like crunch on this shit, all right? So we got that going. Also, some of you guys are gonna want a story time, right? I'm trying to have a story time, but there's some shit going on in front of me that's throwing me off. So anyways, got the strawberry preserves. We'll go ahead and put a little bit of strawberry preserves on the English muffin, all right? Yeah, busting all on it. Look at that. So some of you guys might be like, come on, bro, now it's like a strawberry English muffin sandwich. Like, yeah, bro, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, get a few more tablespoons of sugar in my diet. I ain't hating on that. I'm also gonna add some butter because you know, I feel like it might not have enough fat for me to maintain my weight. So let me go ahead and this is where I could use these utensils, this little butter knife. I'm using it for the actual technical term butter knife. I'm actually using butter. I'm not just using it to stab someone up in YA. That's back in the day. Those are memories when I was a child. You know, so innocent, so young. Oh yeah. I want to show you guys what's going on. I'll try to see. I did most of it. Let me do one more to show you guys what I was doing. Can't be doing it off camera. You guys are like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? All right. So we got that going. Now what I'm going to do is put that on top. All right. So we got that going on top. We got that game going. And I'm going to put that in the trash and that in the trash. All right, let's go ahead and get our first bite going of this. So that is a strawberry egg and sausage McMuffin. It's good. Get a nice bite in. And then get a sip in. Good to go. All right. I'm going to talk to you guys about the time that I got approached by a scout in Hollywood to play a part for a movie. It's a pretty big movie that you guys know about. But things just ended up not really working out. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be here on YouTube trying to make it. I would already be in Hollywood and would have made it. So you guys are gonna want to stick around for that. Pretty good story. Interesting story, should I say. I'm not bitter about nothing, as you can see. Let me go ahead and show you how I do it with this. So I'm gonna want, actually, hold on. I'm gonna want a little bit more fat, you know what I mean? I wanna make sure that my fats are adequate. Adequate or adequate, how do you say it? Atticus. Attaboy. All right, Aunt Jemima, bring her back. So we got the whipped butter. I'll go ahead and show you what I'm doing right now. And look, this is the struggle of being a car banger, you know what I mean? Someone who does most of their bangs in the car. It's a struggle, you know what I mean? It's a struggle, but at the same time, it's a sacrifice that I have to do to be able to have, you know, quiet and no distractions and good lighting and shit like that. So anyway, so I went ahead and put some butter in the fluffy pancake, and we're gonna go ahead and dip it in the scissor. Oh yeah, look at that, homie. Get another dip in there. Yeah, look at that. I like the way it drips. Oh yeah. That's called hotcake syrup, but that's for sure Aunt Jemima syrup. They just took it, put it in their packaging. Aunt Jemima, if you're watching this, I don't know what they call it now. I don't know if they call it Aunt Jemima anymore. But I don't know if did they change it like to a white name or something? It's like Aunt Lucille or something. Either way, Aunt Jemima Company, if you're watching this, I would investigate McDonald's, because that syrup tastes really tasty for a syrup being called just hotcake syrup. That's pretty bomb. Every time I take a bite, a different car drives by, exposing me. If they weren't driving by, they wouldn't know that I'm just genetically a big guy. Now they're assuming, oh, that's why he's fat, because look what he's doing. He's dipping pancakes and syrup in his car and recording himself doing it. But had they not seen that, I could have been like, it's just genetics, bro. I eat very healthy, but I'm still the size. So anyways, let's talk about that story. I'm gonna go ahead and sit this down for a second while we get intimately involved with the story. I will say this breakfast is pretty lit. Only thing is missing is some bacon. I think some bacon would be bomb. Man, so anyways, I told you guys well, I don't know if I told you guys a story about it, but some of you guys know that I lived in the Riverside area for a short period of time. The 909-951 area. So anyways, I was living out there, and I used to travel around the area because I worked for this one company, doing like transport. So I would drive around everywhere. So I'd be in all the different, surrounding cities, Norco, Ontario. If you're from that area, you know what's up, you know what I'm talking about. But this one time I had to go out further for a job, and I was on it. I was like, hell yeah. Give me that job, bro. Because the further the job was, the quicker my day would go, you know what I mean? So they're like, well, we need you to drive out to like LA. I was like, hell yeah, I got you. So I know I just said I'm putting the breakfast down to tell the story, but it looks so scrumptious. I couldn't resist. Anyways, so I took the job. I went to LA. And I needed to kill some time while I was there, while my client was getting whatever they needed to get done before I had to transport them back. I stuffed some more hash brown egg in it. Ended up driving around because I had like 3 hours to kill. While I was driving around, I ended up hopping on the freeway. I ended up going to the Hollywood area. I just wanted to drive, down the boulevard, just chill, see what's up. I ended up driving down. I see this one fool standing outside selling Sonora hot dogs, bacon wrap hot dogs. It smells so good, bro. I had to stop. Which that's a mukbang video I need to do in the future. If you guys want to see that, let me know below. Like, hell yeah, bro, do it. So that's all she wrote for the food. That's all you guys wanted was the food. You can go now. You're dismissed. But if you want to hear the story, that's all we're about to talk about now. So I park my car, I get out, I walk over to this fool who's making the Sonora hot dogs. I'm like, dang, bro, those smell bomb. How much are they? I think it was like $2. He's like, if you want jalapeno grilled onions, it's extra $5. I'm like, bro, that's how you get people right there. What do you mean the extra $5? You're telling me they're $7 each? The onion and the jalapeno should come with it already. He's like, that's just how it works. I'm like, okay, you're a hustler, bro. I'll take 5. So I ended up spending $35. I'm sorry. What was it? Was it $35? Yeah, about $35 for my hot dogs. That was crazy. But anyways, fool was hustling. Helped him make his money. Go ahead and clean my hands up real quick. So I bought 5 hot dogs. I went to the side and just, chilled like on a cement, like bench area. We're kind of just chilling, right? I had this fool walk by. And he was like, hey, man. You're exactly what I'm looking for. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, look, I don't want to get you too excited, I was like, don't worry, bro. I need Viagra to get that excited. He's like, look, you have the perfect look for this role that I'm trying to fill. He's like, it's not a lead role or anything. He's like, it's like a cameo appearance, but we're struggling to get the person in, that I'll tell you guys who it is in a minute, but the person that we want to make a cameo, we're struggling to get them on, so why not like a lookalike? That'll be even funner. I'm like, okay, I get where you're going. What movie is this? He's like, well, let's have a meeting. Come on down to our office and we'll go ahead and talk about it. I was like, all right, cool. So he gave me his business card and told me when he wanted to meet me, which was like a couple days from then. And then he said that they would have Sonora hot dogs for lunch. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool too, you know. This time I got like almost evening out on my money because I don't have to buy them this time. So anyways, a couple days passed by. I ended up going out there talking to the dude. His name was Paul Jake. His last name was Jake. He was an agent. So I'm sitting with like 4 different people, and they're like, yeah, well, we got this movie going on. It's a pretty high budget movie, so we don't have a whole lot of money left over, but you know, if you're somebody who is interested, you know, we can shoot you about $10,000 for just doing the part. It's really just a cameo type appearance. You only got to say a couple things and then you're done and you'll get paid. And I'm like, shit, man. In my head, I'm like, I feel like not taking it, like getting a lawyer, having them look at it, talk about royalties and all that. But who the fuck am I, bro? Like, I'm just some random dude that they saw on the street that looked like somebody. So they ended up, you know, choosing me. So anyway, I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. What movie is this? They're like, well, we don't want to release the movie details yet. They're like, but we can tell you who the character is. I'm like, okay, well, who is it? So I'm thinking to myself, who do I look like? You know what I mean? Like, who would they be stopping me for? Like Jason Momoa? Like, you know, I don't know who they thought I looked like. I was thinking something like that. But they're like, yeah, well, this movie has like a hip hop kind of background, like theme. They're like, and only person we really can't get to get into the movie is DJ Khaled. You look just like him. I'm like, oh man, not this shit again, bro. Y'all can go fuck yourselves. I'm like, but anyway, that's 10,000. That's 10 racks. I ain't tripping. So I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. But I was like, I asked them, you couldn't get DJ Khaled? Like, out of all people, he was the busiest? Like, I don't get it. He's like, yeah, he just has kids and stuff like that, so he couldn't really take the part. I'm like, man, he doesn't seem like the type of person that would reject business. So, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with, I don't know. I really don't know, because we ate Sonora hot dogs and he doesn't support people who eat bacon and hot dogs and shit. I don't know. I don't want to go too deep into thought on that. But either way, DJ Khaled couldn't make the movie. So they ended up, I guess, seeing me and be like, oh, this is perfect. You could be in this movie. So I'm kind of like, well, that's kind of weird. That's cool, but kind of weird at the same time. I mean, you're going to have a movie with a bunch of real life celebrities and then like a fake DJ Khaled one. Like, people are going to know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't look that much like him. I guess at that point I did, because I had, like, you know, my hair was faded, my, you know, a little bit darker, not as, it was thicker on top. You know, and the beard was darker too, not as gray. But it's Hollywood, so even if it was, they can make it happen, you know what I mean? So anyways, it was a big, it ended up getting sold to Netflix rather than going in theaters. I forgot the name of it. It was Hip Hop Evolution or something like that. So, they ended up contacting me and saying that DJ Khaled actually ended up coming through and they didn't need me anymore. So they said sorry for wasting the time. And you know what the crazy part is? If you guys made it this far in the video, let me know below if you think that that was messed up, that they let me go after they led me on saying that I was going to play his part. Do you think they should have made DJ Khaled suffer and just told him, nah, we already got somebody to play you, fuck off? Or do you think they should have just honored his request to be in the movie and just shot me to the curb like they did? Let me know. Last thing I got to say before we go, though, you would think, oh, you know, well, you know, you had a lunch with them, at least they were interested, maybe it could be a possible career. I didn't look at any of it like that. I was heartbroken. I was distraught. And to be honest, you know what really broke me? What really made me consider just giving up completely I went out to the mail one day, the mailbox at my house. I got a letter from them, from their company. And I was like, oh shit, it's Paul Jake and Sons. And I opened it up, you know, thinking, oh, maybe they, you know, they're inviting me out for an audition or something. I opened it up. Guess what it was? Type your guess below if you think you know what it is. You think it's a $10,000 check? You're wrong. They sent me a bill for the Sonora hot dogs. A bill saying that I owed them $35 for the amount of hot dogs I ate at their meeting. Hollywood's crooked.